That's the anthem.
Hey ladies and gents, this is Kiani Seward reporting to you with important information. Do you know which state was affected the most during the Great Depression? That's right, California. I'll explain a little about the Great Depression. The Great Depression was the economic crisis beginning with the stock market crash in 1929 and continuing through the 1930s. So when the stock market lost 80% of its value between 1930 and 1933, migrant workers wanted to move to places where they could find new jobs. A little less than half of these workers were farmers, and for many migrant workers, this new place of hope was California. But, even with this new hope, the sudden increase in migrant workers caused both social and economic issues throughout California. Now, because of the increase in migrant workers, wages decreased dramatically, and between 12,000 and 18,000 cotton workers went on strike in October of 1933. Can you imagine the chaos? The Great Depression caused many strikes and even deaths. Hundreds of thousands of migrant workers that moved to California were forced from the state and back to Mexico. And now, a news report from Robert Price.
That's the anthem.
Thanks, Kiani. Hello, and this is Robert Price reporting in. The Great Depression continues, but Roosevelt's New Deal is going in effect and making things better. After his bank holiday that saved many banks from closing, Roosevelt then went on to pass several acts to help the people, such as the Works Progress Administration, National Labor Relations Act, and the Civil Conservation Corps, and several more that were more quickly passed by the government. These acts helped to make sure that there were more jobs and things being done, while also increasing wages and decreasing working hours for workers. He later passed the Agricultural Adjustment Act, which set out to pay farmers for switching to new crops and techniques. He also had them plant less to increase the crop's value. With these in effect, the economy has so far recovered some, and we thank Roosevelt. That's the news. See you next time. And we are sponsored by...
Ladies, is it that time of the month? It's Mother Nature at the door. Are pads too uncomfortable? Do they just not feel like home? Use a tampon. They suck up your gift like a sponge. Maximum leakage protection. The best part is, there won't be any more red spots on your Japanese flag. Tampax. Just go with the flow. Now with applicators.
Aren't you tired of smoking cigarettes that are too harsh?
Yeah.
Don't you want a mild cigarette?
Yee, bruh. I for surely need one of them things.
Try Camel Cigarettes. Camel Cigarettes have a mildness that agrees with your throat and a rich flavor that you won't find in any other brand. Try Camels.
Lonely, I'm Mr. Lonely.
Hey, Jelly, do you need a man?
Uh-huh.
Are you nuts about nuts?
Uh-huh.
Well, now you can have all of that.
What?
Skippy peanut butter is made out of the finest ground peanuts in the world. Get your mind out of the gutter. Buy Skippy peanut butter.
That's the anthem.
Hello, America. Justin Caballero here to cover the Dust Bowl of the 1930s, sometimes referred to as the Dirty 30s. This was a period of severe dust storms which caused major agricultural damage to America. Primarily from 1930s to 1936, it was caused by severe drought and decades of extensive farming without crop rotation. The primary area of impact was on the southern plains, though northern areas were also affected, though not nearly with as much devastation. These immense dust storms, given names such as black blizzards and black rollers, often reduce visibility to a few feet or less. The drought hit first in the eastern part of the country in 1930, and by the next year it began to move westward. By 1934, it had turned the Great Plains into a desert and helped to lengthen the Depression. And here's Josh with another news report.
Thanks, Justin. Good afternoon, America. This is Joshua Ordaz here to cover what may be one of the biggest tragedies of this century, the big stock market crash. Although there were many events regarding the stock market, such as Black Thursday or the mini crash of March 25th, The most devastating one to occur was what happened last Tuesday on October 29th, which many people are calling Black Tuesday or the Great Wall Street Crash. The crash had cost a lot of hardworking Americans their hard-earned money. Additionally, banks started to close throughout the country. Statistics show that 16.4 million stocks were traded all on Black Tuesday. This crash had caused countless people to lose a large amount of money. This, folks, could be one of the worst days in stock market history. And now, the last report of the day from Lila, Nebraska.
That's the anthem. Get your hands up.
Thanks, Josh. Have things really changed? I'm Lila Nebraska, here with this news report. As the Depression rages on, it is no doubt affecting the ladies of America. But is there really much change? Let's look back to the past decades. The ladies were at home. They took care of the house. They cooked bacon brought home by their husbands, and they were raising the children. On top of all that, they were still able to have dinner on the table by 7:30. But was that really distant? Is the past really that far back? During this depression, women are still homestuck. Although there is less money, the ladies are still cooking for the family, being a full-time mom, and taking care of the house. The lucky ones have jobs. If the women of America look into the past, they would see a mere reflection of themselves today. In conclusion, nothing has changed.
That's the anthem.